Jill Daniels sits next to Jess in a casino.
Goes, "You're Jessica, right?" And I went, "Yeah." And she goes, "Jill Daniels." And I went, "That's right. That's exactly who you are. That's exactly who you are, isn't it? That is you. That is you, Jill. That is exactly who that is." And my brain could not compute it. I was like, "What? What is happening? What is happening? How is this happening?" And she was not confrontational or mean. And so I was just like, "It's nice to meet you." She goes, It's nice to meet you too." And I was like, "Thanks." And like, so she goes, "How are you doing with everything?" And I went, "I'm doing good." And she's like, "Yeah, it's rough, right? Rough to watch," which made me believe she is obviously watching everything that's going online in the internet or whatever. And I was like, "Yeah, it is what it is." And I said, what did she say next? She said, "Listen, I know you tried, you were on the other side, but you tried to be fair or something." And I said, listen, I showed up in court every day. I said to, do my thing. I said, and type out what people couldn't see. I said, and, I think I did a good job of that." And she's like, "Yep, nope, you did." So somebody's saying, "Are you sure she didn't accidentally write?" Listen, there's a lot of theories on that. Somebody is saying that it was a setup. And I was like, so anyway, I was like, "Yep." Now, maybe after a couple of minutes, it really kind of hit me that that's who was on the side of me. You know what I mean? Like the first thing I thought of was the video confrontation with Aiden's phone. And it was very surreal to me that is who was in front of me. I've never met anybody on that side of anything before. I've seen some people at court and stuff, but like, it was just very crazy to me that she was there. And so we talked a little bit more, and she was very nice to me, and I was very, very nice to her, pleasant to her. My second thought while it was happening was she there with anybody else? Like, was there other people there? Like, I started to get a little, like, I don't know. I just started to get a little, I don't even know if concern was the right word. I think in the beginning, it didn't really hit me what was happening. And then I was just like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, oh. So she was like, "All right, well, it was nice talking to you." And I said, "Do you want to take a selfie?" And she was like, "Yeah, but don't post it." I said, "Okay." So we took a selfie. I don't know. It's always my first reaction with everybody. "Do you want to take a selfie?" So I was like, "You want to take a selfie?" And she said, "Yeah, but don't put it out there. I'm trying to stay low. I'm trying to stay out of everything." Oh, she said something about like she regretted getting involved or something. And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I really don't remember exactly." And that was that. That was it. This will be clipped and spun. Well, there's no other way to spin it. I was out in public. She approached me, and I had a regular, normal, very brief 2-minute conversation and clipped a selfie with her before she left. There is no like other way to spin it other than Jill Daniel recognized me out in public. I didn't recognize her. And then she turned around after passing me and came back and sat on the side of me. I did not see her. I did not, I wouldn't have recognized her. I would not have recognized her. She was very nice to me, and I was pleasant to her.